our aim is to find out the moments of the normal distribution. The moments of the normal distribution will be calculated in the two different cases. First case is odd order moments about the mean, and the second case is the even order moments about mean. Consider a case first. According to the definition, the moment about the mean is given by this quantity. For odd order, it means that we can write 2n plus 1, which is the odd term. And about the mean, it means that x minus mu raised to the power of 2n plus 1, which is equal to this quantity in the case of normal distribution. Simply just put the value of f of x, we will get the entire value. We will get this entire value. Now consider the standard normal variate, that is z equal to x minus mu by sigma. Therefore x equal to this quantity and dx is equal to this quantity. Put this value in this equation, we will get this thing. After solving, we will get this quantity. Since this integral is an odd function, therefore the value of this integral is equal to 0. Therefore we can say that the odd order moments of the normal distribution are 0. Now consider the case second, in which we will calculate the even order moment about the mean. According to a definition, this will give you the even order moment about the mean. Since 2n is the even term, and about the mean x minus mu raised to the power of 2n will give you the even order moments about the mean, which is equal to this quantity in the case of the normal distribution. Like a previous case, consider the standard normal variate. X equal to this quantity, dx equal to this quantity. Put this value in this equation. We will get this. After solving this, we get this value. Since this is the even function, therefore we can change the limit from 0 to infinity instead of minus infinity to infinity and multiply by 2, because it is the even function. For solving this equation, put z equal to under the root of 2t. It means dz equal to this quantity. For z equal to 0, t is equal to 0. For z equal to infinity, t is infinity. Put this value in this equation. We will get this. After solving above equation, we will get this equation. Now see, this is the gamma function, which we will study in the next class. According to a definition of the gamma function, gamma of n equal to minus infinity to infinity e raised to the power of minus x, x raised to the power of n minus 1 into dx. Therefore, even order moment, that is mu of 2n equal to this quantity. Now replace n by n minus 1 in this equation. We will get this, which gives you the value of even order moments about the mean for the normal distribution. Now using this, we can calculate the recurrence relationship. Therefore, mu of 2n divided by mu of 2n minus 2 equal to this quantity. Just put the value of mu of 2n and mu of 2n minus 1 from this equation. For solving this value, just use the formula mu of r equal to mu of r minus 1 into of gamma of mu of r minus 1. Therefore, this quantity is equal to this quantity after solving. Therefore, we can say that mu of 2n equal to sigma square into of 2n minus 1 into mu of 2n minus 2, which gives you the recurrence relationship for the moments of the normal distribution about the mean. Now solve this part, this equation. We can write this like this for the next term. Again for next term we can write this. Again for next term we can write this, and so on. We will get this equation 1 into 3 into 5 up to n minus 1 into of sigma of power of 2n. This equation will give you the value of mu of 2n. There is another way of finding the moments of the normal distribution by using moment generating function. We already calculate in the previous topic. According to the definition of the moment generating function about the mean, expected value of e raised to the power t into x minus mu is equal to this quantity, and we know that the value of m of x of t is given by this. Therefore, the moment generating function about the mean is equal to this quantity. Now expand this thing. We will get this, the coefficient of the t raised to the power of r upon of r factorial gives the rth moment about the mean. Since there is no term with odd powers in this equation, therefore odd order moments about the mean vanishes. It means the odd order moment is equal to 0 in the case of the normal distribution. The mu of 2n is equal to the coefficient of the t power of 2n divided by 2n factorial, which is equal to this quantity. Now take this quantity outside and expand the value of 2n factorial. Then 2n factorial can be written as like this. Again, solving this thing, we will get this. After solving these equations, we will get this thing. Now, the next topic is linear combination of the independent normal variates. For this, consider xi. I goes to 1 to n. It means n independent normal variates with mean mu I and variance sigma I square. Then, according to the definition, moment generating function of xi is given by this quantity. The moment generating function of their linear combination, that is summing over I, ai, xi, where a1, a2, a3 up to an are the constants. Then the moment generating function of this quantity is equal to this, since xi's are independent. This can be written as this quantity. Therefore, m of x of I, ai, t equal to this quantity. Now put the value of I. I goes to 1 to n. We will get this thing, or we can write this, which gives the moment generating function of the normal variate with mean, this quantity, and variance equal to this quantity. Hence, by uniqueness theorem of the moment generating function, this quantity follows the normal distribution with mean this and variance this. The another topic concerned with the normal distribution is the point of inflation of the normal curve. Point of inflation of the normal curve. At the point of inflation, the normal curve, that the value of second derivative of the function is equal to 0. According to a definition, PDF of the normal distribution is given by this quantity. Taking log both sides, we will get this thing, or we can write this quantity where c is the constant. Now differentiate both sides. So the differentiation of the log of fx is equal to this quantity. is equal to 1 upon fx into f dash x, which is equal to this quantity. Therefore, f dash of x equal to this one. Now we can calculate the second derivative by using this, which is equal to this quantity. After solving, according to the condition, we have to put second derivative equal to 0. It means this quantity equal to 0. Therefore, x equal to mu plus minus sigma, which is the point of inflation of normal curve, and f of x equal to 1 upon sigma under the root of 2 pi into e raised to the power minus half are equidistant from mean. Now we will calculate the mean deviation about the mean for the normal distribution. According to the definition, mean deviation about the mean is given by this quantity. Put the value of fx, we will get this. Consider the standard normal variate z. Therefore, x equal to this quantity, dx equal to this quantity. Put these value in this equation. We will get this. After solving, we will get this. Since this function is the even function, it means we can write the limit 0 to infinity instead of minus infinity to infinity and multiply by 2. We will get this thing. For solving this equation, consider z equal to under the root of 2t, and therefore dz equal to this quantity. For z equal to 0, t tends to 0. For z tends to infinity, t tends to infinity. Put these value in above equation. We will get this quantity. After solving, we will get this quantity. Gives you the mean deviation about the mean for the normal distribution. The another topic related to the normal distribution is normal probability integral, that is the area property for the normal distribution, which is important for the numerical point of view. If x follows the normal distribution with mean mu and variance sigma square, then probability that the random variable x will lie between x equal to mu and x equal to x1 is given by this quantity, which is equal to this thing. Put the value of fx, we will get this. Now for solving this, again consider the standard normal variate, that is z, which is equal to x minus mu upon sigma. Therefore, x equal to this quantity, dx equal to this quantity. When x tends to mu, z tends to 0. When x tends to x1, z tends to z1. Say, consider it. Therefore, probability of x lie between the mu and x1 equal to probability that z lies between 0 to z1, which is equal to this quantity, where this phi of z is the probability of the standard normal variate and defined by this integral is known as the normal probability integral, which gives you the area under the standard normal curve with the ordinates z equal to 0 and z equal to zi. In general, the probability of the random variable lies between mu minus sigma to mu plus sigma. Therefore, probability of x lies between mu minus sigma to mu plus sigma is equal to this quantity. Again, consider the standard normal variate z. Therefore, x equal to this quantity. As x tends to mu minus sigma, z tends to minus 1. As x tends to mu plus sigma, z tends to 1. Therefore, P, probability of z lie between minus 1 to 1 is given by this quantity. as it is the even function, then we can write the limit 0 to 1 instead of minus 1 to 1 and multiply by 2. The value of this function is equal to this thing, which we will calculate from the table. I will tell you how to see the table in the practical class. Similarly, we can calculate the probability of x lies between mu minus 2 sigma to mu plus 2 sigma, which is equal to this quantity. This quantity we will see from the table, which is equal to this quantity. Similarly, we can calculate the other quantities also. Similarly, we can calculate the probability of x lies between mu minus 3 sigma to mu plus 3 sigma, which is equal to the probability of z lies between minus 3 to 3, which is equal to this quantity. The value of this quantity is equal to this thing. Thus, the probability of the normal variate x lies outside the range mu plus 3 sigma is given by this quantity. Or we can write the probability of mode of z is greater than 3, which is equal to the 1 minus probability of z lies between minus 3 to 3, which is equal to this quantity, which is equal to this thing. Hence, it is assumed that the normal variate lie within the range of mu plus 3 sigma. The entire value of the normal variate approximately lie between the range this. Thanks for listening this lecture. I hope you will get all the topics related to the normal distribution in this particular lecture. The practical questions related to the area property and normal distribution will be discussed in the next class.